In Iqaluit, the family of a teenage girl murdered nearly 40 years ago is one step closer to justice. A suspect was arrested and charged last week. TJ Deer tells us about Marianne Birmingham and how her sisters have never stopped fighting to find out what happened to her.
The 1986 death of 15-year-old Marianne Birmingham in Iqaluit, then known as Frobisher Bay, has had a big effect on her family and the community. But on Wednesday, some good news at last. With the help of a walker and assistance from Nunavut sheriffs, Jopi Atsikchuk made his way up the metal steps into the Nunavut Court of Justice. Half an hour later, in a packed courtroom, he would face a judge for the first time relating to the case. The RCMP announced last Thursday that they had arrested him on a Canada-wide warrant in Ottawa, where he was on day parole. Atsikchuk is charged with second-degree murder. He did not enter a plea.
It had a huge impact.
Birmingham's oldest sister is Elisipi Shutiapik. She's a former mayor of Iqaluit and a former member of the Nunavut Legislative Assembly. Shutiapik says her family has always advocated for Birmingham since she died.
As sisters, we've always done in our life help others, and people acknowledge that and want to support. Remember Marianne, and also importantly to support the sisters that are alive today.
Shutiapik tuned into the hearing virtually from Ottawa with members of her family. One of them is her sister Barb Sevigny. She says constant turnover at the Nunavut RCMP made it feel like Birmingham's case was forgotten.
There used to be, 2-year rotation with the RCMP, and when you have new staff coming in, they're having to get to know her file, and then by the time they're comfortable and working forward, they're having to leave.
We're very much aware of the impatience and the frustration felt by families.
But Sevigny says the national inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls changed that.
It kind of nudged things to a point where they agreed that they would give us monthly updates. I know they're very busy and under-resourced, but, you always have these family members waiting and anticipating for their calls.
They did great, amazing. It's big what the family did.
Michelle Odette is a senator from Quebec and a former commissioner of the inquiry. She says she's seen examples elsewhere in Canada where police forces are taking these kinds of cases more seriously.
It's making Canada responsible because RCMP belongs to Canada. The judicial system belongs to the country. So now in court, people will use that example, will use that case or that situation. You did it over there, then we deserve also to have the same treatment.
Atsikchuk's next court appearance will be on October 29th. And while his arrest is a breakthrough, the sisters know they have to be patient as the legal process unfolds. TJ Deer, CBC News, Iqaluit.